Hello lovely people, welcome to our weekly reading for the week of the 6th of March. I hope you have all had a good week and are looking forward to seeing what the cards have to tell us this week. I know I certainly am. So let's have a look and see. Let's just get them down here. Right, let's have a look and see. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. We have Judgment, and we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so we have one major arcana card here in between two minor arcana cards here. And we've got two cup cards here, which are very much about emotion and what's happening inside of us. So if we start with the Four of Cups, the fours in the tarot, they describe consolidation. So it's sort of that act of making concepts and plans real in the physical world. Now, Cups people need emotional stability. That's very strong with them, and their efforts would be directed sort of towards building lasting, loving relationships. And the Four of Cups, it typifies recognition that happiness lies within, and it need not be affected by surrounding circumstances. So the Four of Cups, this is a card that represents opportunity to reflect. And it's to reflect on current plans and present circumstances. It's very much about contemplation, and this person is aware of external possibilities and the effort and planning that are required to pursue new opportunities represented by these cups. This card does signify that new opportunities are coming your way, but that you're turning them down for some reason. And that's an interesting question now, isn't it? Why are you turning them down? What is it that you're not seeing? Because if you look here is a card that's just coming in here in the side, and it's off. There's that offer, but this girl, she's just looking really, really massively fed up, and she is totally not seeing this divine gift, if you like, that is being offered her. So I would ask you, like, what's important to you? So it's kind of like, what are you turning down? And this is your time to use your judgment to determine what's important to you. So don't be afraid of saying no, and don't be afraid of looking around, looking beyond you. You know, we can become so focused on our own internal perspectives that our feelings about a situation can prevent us from noticing amazing opportunities. And so there is this real need to remain open to shifting just a little bit, ever so slightly, in order to see your situation from a different perspective. And so instead of focusing on kind of like what your thoughts are, maybe you might be looking back at experiences that you've had, that your focus isn't in the present, it's in the past. And this is where you're spending your energy, and it's really, life is kind of better than it seems, but it's up to you to shift your perspective into the present and into what's around you and into what's available around you. So don't be this girl in this card. This card is a reminder that, thinking too far ahead or dwelling on the past can rob you of the blessings of the positive energy that's in your present. And my question here would be, are you open to receiving them? Are you worrying about the future? Or have you maybe numbed your heart because something that has happened in the past? This girl is definitely not seeing what's there. She's not seeing what's been offered to her. And the thing is, we are groomed to we are groomed to look at the negatives in the world. I mean, we see it in the media, we see it everywhere. I hear people saying things to me like, oh, but I don't want to get my hopes up, or what if I, think positively and then it doesn't work out? And I kind of feel, well, so what if it doesn't work out? At least you will have had fun thinking positively about something. So, don't be looking for the pitfalls, and because it's just, I have to say to you, what is the point? This is all fear in disguise, and this sense of endless striving is all fear in disguise, and fear robs you of the joy of the present. So the more you engage, and the more you engage in fear, the more blind you become to the good things and those opportunities that are around you. So this girl, I would say, is, she's not open to receiving because she's emotionally closed down. She's got a closed heart and her ability to receive. So, she needs to, and this she is you need to look around, and you need to see how happy you could be. So this card is urging you to accept and to receive and to open yourself up to the good things that are being offered to you at this moment. So shift your focus and say thank you. Now, one of the things that I just want to mention with this card also, because it pertains also to the Eight of Cups, and that is that these two cards are associated with the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra. And now the solar plexus chakra is very much about thoughts and feelings, about power, and it's about the seat of your personal power, the seat of your personal strength. And the solar plexus is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about making decisions. It's about setting a direction. And it's also clarity of judgment, interestingly enough. And it's about personal identity. So the solar plexus is about self-assurance, it's about confidence, it's about self-discipline, and it's about independence. And when there is a blockage here on this chakra, you'll find that there will be that lack of direction. There will be a sense of poor esteem, self-esteem, and there will be feelings of stagnation and inertia. And we're definitely seeing that here in the Four of Cups. And there is a sense of neediness, and there is a sense of victim mentality. So it's the solar plexus is about becoming comfortable with your own power. So I just wanted to mention that before we kind of move on to the following cards. Now, in the middle of these two day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month cards, we're looking at, these are the sort of behavior cards. These are how we kind of move our lives forward. But the judgment card, it's a major arcana card, and it's very much about what's behind our behavior, what's going on inside of our psyche. Now, the judgment card is very much about self-realization, and it's about understanding. So it's about a spiritual awakening. And it's about kind of knowing your motives, and your knowing that your motives in your heart to be true. So we're talking here total transparency, which I think is beautifully illustrated here in this card. And this card represents needing to listen to your inner voice and to consider the repercussions of personal actions. And with the cups, we're looking at both sides here. We're looking at the inner voice, that inner sense that we know what's what. Now, with the judgment card, it reminds us that we have judged others and that we have been judged ourselves. And that it's about awakening to understanding that the only approval that really matters is your own. So it's time to drop any negative facades. It's time to drop the masks And you know, this may feel risky. I know absolutely for sure how risky this is, but it is a profound act of self-acceptance. And the judgment card represents your ability to abandon the thoughts and the habits and the attitudes that keep your mind in the consciousness of fear, hopelessness, avoidance, procrastination, all of these self-limiting behaviors, all of these mental grooves. You know, it's time to step out of them now. And this, we're kind of going back here a little bit to the Four of Cups again, aren't we? So, you know, when you look at the judgment card, you might want to ask yourself, like, do you wish that you could break away from depressive feelings? And have you been avoiding a personal goal out of fear of failure? Have you maybe forgotten that you have the power to make your dreams come true? Plenty of people have. So when this card comes up in a reading, it's declaring that there is still life left to live, and that your best self is giving you a wake-up call. It's saying time to push yourself past self-limiting behaviors about your potential and your worth. It's saying breathe new life into the projects and the dreams that you long thought were dead. You can start living the life you want now. Today, at this moment, if you summon up the courage to live consciously. Because everything in life, everything in nature reflects rebirth, and this includes you. Now, this card here is very much, it's aligned with the crown chakra, and the crown chakra is the gateway to super consciousness. And when this chakra is aligned, you are ready to let go of misunderstandings about who you are and why you are here. So the crown chakra is associated element of thought, and it controls connection to your spirit, as well as that sense of universal consciousness and wisdom and unity and self-knowledge. Now, when this chakra is blocked, we know this because we get this sense of confusion, or there maybe is a lack of connection to the world. There could even be hyper-spiritualization, in other words, like too much meditation, but definitely a sort of a lack of focus. So that's when this card is blocked, and it's this is your higher self calling. And it's calling those dead parts of yourself to return, those dreams that you abandoned, those goals that you forsake, those hopes that are crushed. So, and you know, all the trials that you've gone through have been necessary to make you the strong person you are today. And I know that is really hard to think of when you're not feeling it, when you're not feeling in that place. But this card is that reminder. This card is the angel voice in your head. It's saying, what am I doing? I deserve better. I am ready to get the most out of my life. Now, clear judgment involves realizing your path is unique to you, while others' direction is also distinctive and unique to them. So the lesson here is about understanding what is right for your long-term spiritual growth and development. And we each have different starting and finishing points in life. So comparisons are useless. It's saying, like, don't judge, because honestly, those comparisons, they are useless. And this card describes a call within to find a profound meaning for your own existence. And it's an awakening to a spiritual purpose. It's an awareness of the long-term consequences of your decisions and actions. So in a career, it could be that an occupation having an occupation that will make a difference to the lives of others. And it's not necessarily about the money. And in a relationship, it could mean meaningful spiritual purpose to your bond. And in terms of health, it could be, your current health issues have spiritual causes, and to look at the underlying origins to return to your place of well-being. So this is now followed by the Eight of Cups. So, you know, this Judgment card here is sandwiched between these two cards, and yet they're all very much linked. And, you know, there definitely is that link between them. So if we look at eights, and eights represent strength, and the Eight of Cups, it indicates inner resolve is necessary to leave an emotionally unfulfilling situation. And this will require commitment and determination to move forward without, and this is really big, without a guarantee that there will be happy results. So the guarantee is not there that you will be happy for doing so, but it's saying have the courage, have the commitment, and be determined to make it what you will. Because the Cup's strength is in knowing when a situation has yielded all it can, for now anyway. And, you know, Cups people, they are attuned to emotions. They instinctively know. They have a tendency to live in the past, for sure. But they are usually aware of the present because they can instinctively sense the energy of most situations. And this is this instinct that is very much associated with the Cups. There is that intuitive awareness of when it's right to stay or when it's right to leave. So the Eight is neither a promise of happier times, nor is it a guarantee of success. But it is the realization that a change is needed for inner fulfillment, and acting on an awareness that life has more to offer if you can venture your way from your safety net. And that could be a job change, it could be relationship change, or it could just be, it could be about including creative stuff into your life. It could be about walking away from circumstances that are emotionally draining. It's definitely about going deep within to hear your spirit. And I'm pointing at the Judgment card here because of this connection that is between all three of them. And it's about reclaiming your strengths and the abilities that you forgot you had. I mean, honestly, we could be looking at this card here. So it's not an easy journey to initiate, because this journey, it can be accompanied by a period of depression. Or you could be maybe feeling just a little bit crazy right now. Or it could be just the sense that you've hit a bad patch of luck. So whatever it is, it's a cause of unease, and it's a cause of not being true to yourself. So the Eight of Cups, it represents emotional turning points in which the old life is abandoned. It signifies a time of transition, and you know, we're looking at somebody walking away here. You must move on, you must move away, you must follow a new direction, or re-evaluate your priorities in life, because nothing is permanent about life except change itself. So this is a card of a reminder of that. All is interchangeable, and you have arrived at such an interchange in your life, as these cards are showing. So these cards are signposts. They're not clear, but if you explore deeper, you know, the meaning behind current events, the meaning behind your current feelings or fears, you will be able to find a more balanced perspective of your own personal truth. So strike out, find a new route, accept that change is beneficial. Because, you know, we know that change can provoke the greatest anxiety because we do feel secure with what we know and trust. But if a situation is no longer okay, there's no point in trying to fix it, because that will only hurt you further and it'll delay the inevitable. You have done all you can to save the situation, as these cards are showing, and now it's time to save yourself. So this is about leaving your old reality to pursue a new one. It's about letting go. It's about releasing that which no longer serves you. So lovely people, this was our reading for this week. And what a fascinating set of cards. If it resonates with you, do leave me a comment below. You can also subscribe to this channel to be notified for the next reading. And if you would like to know more, you can book a private reading with me. I would love to hear from you. You can find my email address in the description of the video. Until next week, lots of love.